But surprisingly, I sleep way less. I'm up like at 6, even though I might sometimes go to bed past midnight, which I prefer not to do, but sometimes it happens, and I just, that's been like incredible.
Why is that happening?
That's a good question. I've been thinking about it a lot since I started noticing it, and I was having a conversation with one of the teachers at my studio about it just yesterday. And what I suspect is that the sun salutation, you're circulating blood through your body. You're improving your circulation immensely, and not just the circulation of plasma through your body, but also you're circulating what in yoga we call prana, or vital energy. And I'm also breathing differently, breathing deeper. I do breathing exercises every morning before I start my practice. And so I feel like maybe I have a lot more life force, or this prana circulating through me now because I'm doing this practice, which is, that's kind of maybe one of my, perhaps this could be, other than that, I don't really know. I'm still kind of investigating it. And that's the other thing I noticed, is that my hands and feet used to be cold all the time because I had maybe, cold poor circulation or something. And my hands are now very hot, warm to touch. And it feels like they have energy in them now. Like more, people say like you can have healing hands or something. I don't know if, what exactly that means, but I feel more energy in my hands, like more strength, and maybe that's why my hands are also, like if I cut them or scratch them or hurt my wrist, that there's more energy there to promote healing.
That's interesting. It got me thinking. And what was the original motivation? Because you're doing charity work and you also have challenged other people to take 108 days to add change, take out something out of their life. Was that a major factor in the deciding to do this 108 sun salutation?
My original intention was to see if I could do something extraordinary for me and in my practice. To see if I could take my practice, my yoga practice, my meditation practice to the next level. Because doing 108 sun salutations is like a meditation and movement, because it can be, it has the possibility to become very dull. But it's a very good challenge for mental stamina as well. So originally it was about creating this challenge to see if I could do it, and what would it take to do it. And then it was like, okay, because you're also doing a repetitive movement 108 times 108 days, I wanted to test everything that I had been taught and everything that I had learned and everything that I had practiced over the course of the last 14 years since I took my first yoga class. And so I wanted to see if all my alignment was right, because I knew that if I was going to do something out of alignment for 108 times for 108 days, very quickly I would understand where my weaknesses were. And I wanted to, I then thought, well, I want to share this experience with other people. I really want other people to be able to participate or join me in this, because selfishly, it's an incredible challenge, and it's wonderful to have people supporting you and doing it with you, because it helps you keep going. And it's certainly over the last 49 days, I've had moments where I'm like, can I go on? Can I go on, and why am I doing this? And is it worth it, but then I have those moments and I'll write about it. So I decided to create a blog to chronicle the journey for myself, and to also kind of make it more of an artistic project, to see, what's coming up for me, and have other people had this experience in their practices, and, to create kind of a discussion about what I'm going through. And so I have these moments where I'll write about them, and I'm trying to be really authentic when I'm writing, and to express myself, how I'm feeling honestly, because it'd be wonderful if every day was perfect, but that's certainly not the case. So sometimes I'll write about, you know, an emotional meltdown that I might have, and you know, and I won't directly ask the question like, why am I doing this? But you know, that might be what I'm feeling. And then, you know, you kind of wonder when you're writing these things, is anybody listening? Does anybody care? And then somebody will write and post something, you know, very encouraging, and it's like, okay, that's cool. Somebody's listening, and somebody is motivated by what I'm doing, and who knows how many people that is, but it's a start, because I also want to help people find something that they're passionate about, and encourage them to try to do it every day as a daily practice. And it doesn't have to be yoga. It could be playing the guitar or writing a poem a day. And it could be 108 days, but it doesn't have to be for 108 days. It could be for 9 days. So I've invited my network of friends and family and students to, you know, do something for themselves that would test them, and that would, you know, encourage them to elevate their consciousness. So as examples, my dad, who does not do yoga, well, he's never did yoga before, has left a voicemail for me a few days ago. And he said that he's decided to do one sun salutation every day for 108 days. So that was nice. And other students, one of my senior students, on the day that I started on April 18th, which is the 108th day of the year, said that she wanted to do 36 sun salutations a day. And as far as I know, I think she hasn't missed a day. And other students have said things like they want to do 108 sun salutations for a week, for the duration of my project. So I think that's cool. I think that's really cool. And I like how people have interpreted what I'm doing and made it, you know, their own. And that's really what I was hoping would happen.
That's gorgeous. And will you let the audience know the 3 charities that you're helping support?
Sure. I thought, because one of the other things I'm doing is, just as background, is I wanted to create a community practice where people could come together and we could workshop different kinds of sun salutations, and that I would really learn from each tradition and try to kind of create a 108 sun salutation that integrated different yoga communities, different yoga styles, because as you may or may not know, there are like, I don't know, 50 or 60 or maybe 100, 200 different yoga traditions, different styles of yoga. But something that links everyone together is this concept of Surya Namaskar, salute to the sun. And it's, you know, a series of joint postures. And they look similar, but everyone has their unique twist. So I wanted to be able to create like a collaboration amongst these communities to really bring people together. And then somebody suggested, well, why don't you, in these practices where you're going from studio to studio, or community center, or gym to gym, or where I've been going to all over the place, why don't you just open it up and say, you know, if people want to leave a donation for a specific cause, then why don't you do that? And kind of activism has always been very close to my heart, especially environmental and human rights activism. So I said, yeah, that sounds great. So I picked the David Suzuki Foundation, who I'm working with right now for the month of June, and next month is the Stephen Lewis Foundation. And Stephen Lewis is an amazing Canadian who was the UN Special Envoy to AIDS in Africa, formerly actually, and he set up a foundation that helps impoverished communities prevent the spread of HIV and AIDS. And then he also has treatment. He's also set up medical treatment centers and whatnot.